Dear students, in this class I am going to explain about the evidences in support of semi-conservative model of DNA replication. Children, you have read this semi-conservative model of DNA replication on the last term. That's why I have taken this experiment first before stating the central dogma that I will be taking on the next turn. In the semi-conservative model, you have studied that one strand of parent was new and one was old. So likewise here also, Michelson and Stahl, in order to prove the semi-conservative model of DNA replication by Watson and Crick, formulated this experiment. They grew two cultures of bacteria, E. coli, for many generations in separate media. Two separate media were there containing the heavy culture and light culture, and the source for the heavy culture was the ammonium chloride. Contained the heavy isotope N15, and the light culture was grown in a medium in which the nitrogen source was the more common light isotope, that is N14. So two radioactive isotopes were there, N15, that is the heavy isotope, and light isotope N14. Now they analyzed two types of bacterial DNA with a technique which is called cesium chloride density gradient centrifugation. This technique, cesium chloride density gradient centrifugation. So here I have written it in the bracket in order to make you understand what this technique is. You would have understood with the concept that this centrifugation technique is based on the density gradient. So here this is the process of separation of substances based on their shape and size. Then less dense particles settle towards the center of the sample, thus creating a sorted solution that is layered by particle density from least to most. Okay, you would have read in the lower classes about the separation of the particles related with the density. So here also those particles which are less dense, they will settle towards the center of the sample, and after that those who are the dense particle, they will settle at the bottom. Now heavy and light DNA extracted from the cells in two cultures. Heavy and light DNA which were extracted from the cells in the two cultures. Since we have taken the heavy culture with the with the heavy isotope N15 and light culture with the light isotope N14, so here their DNA was extracted from the cells in the two cultures, and they were settled into two distinct bands. Now after that, what happened, that this was for the first analysis. In another experiment, what they did, they transferred the heavy culture containing N15 into the medium containing N14. N15, that heavy culture, was transferred to the N14, and this they allowed the bacteria in this light medium to allow two replications of DNA, that is the two generations of bacteria. Okay, they transferred the N15 into the medium containing N14, allowing the bacteria in this light medium to allow two replications of DNA. Now after first replication, they extracted DNA and subjected it to density gradient centrifugation. The DNA settled into a band that was intermediate in position. The DNA settled into the band that was in the intermediate position between the previously determined heavy and light bands. There were heavy and light bands. After second replication, they again extracted DNA samples and found DNA settling in two bands at light band position and one at intermediate position. One at light band position and one at intermediate position. So the inference was there that they proved semi-conservative model of Watson and Crick. After first replication, there were intermediate molecules containing both N15 and N14. There were intermediate molecules containing both N15 and N14, proving the semi-conservative model of replication. And second replication also proved semi-conservative model. One strand of parent was new and one was old. So this semi-conservative model was proved by the Michelson and Stahl. Children, in the board examination, please understand the question whether they are asking about the semi-conservative model or whether they are asking about the experiment proving the semi-conservative model of DNA replications. Most of the students don't understand and they write by their own, by looking towards the semi-conservative model only. So if it is asked you have to write about proof, then in that case you have to write about Michelson and Stahl experiment. Again I am recapitulating whatever I have said. They grew the two cultures of the bacteria and the bacteria was E. coli for many generations in separate media. One was heavy culture and it was grown in a medium in which the nitrogen source was ammonium chloride. It contained the heavy isotope N15 and the light culture was grown in a medium in which the nitrogen source was more common light isotope, that is N14. Now they analyzed two types of bacterial DNA with a technique called cesium chloride density gradient centrifugation. By this technique, the analysis of DNA was done. Now heavy and light DNA extracted from the cell in two cultures were settled in two distinct bands. They were settled in two distinct bands. In another experiment, they transferred the heavy culture N15 into the medium containing N14 and allowing the bacteria in this light medium to allow two replications of the DNA, that is the two generations of bacteria. Now after first replication, they extracted the DNA and subjected it to density gradient centrifugation. The DNA settled into a band that was intermediate in the position. This DNA was intermediate in the position between the previously determined heavy and light bands. After second replication, they again extracted the samples and found DNA settling in two bands, one at light band position and one at intermediate position. Thus they proved the semi-conservative model of DNA replication. Children, you just please go through whatever is given here in the video, and if you don't understand the concept, you please ask your questions to me. That's why I am moving for this molecular basis of inheritance stepwise, because I know that this is quite a stepwise study, that if you will leave any one step, it will be difficult for you to understand the second step. Like yesterday we have done about the semi-conservative model, dispersive model, conservative model. In that the most proved, if it is asked, you have to write about the semi-conservative model of DNA replication. So today, how it was proved that the semi-conservative model was the most appropriate model of DNA. So here it is given, you just please go through, and there are certain questions which are related with all these. I will be sending you at the end of the chapter, or most probably with this concept only, so you will be able to understand the type of the questions which are asked in the examination. So after this, tomorrow I will be taking the central dogma, what does it states, and in your syllabus strictly I am following. That's why I have given you beforehand only that what are the things which are included in this syllabus. So stepwise you go, and every day you read, you draw the diagram, learn the concept, and wherever you lack your understanding, please ask your problem. Thank you.